The third product that I would like to show you is the Flashlube electronic valve saver kit, which is developed for a much more accurate dosage. Basically, when the engine needs additive, it gets additive, and that's the completely different principle than the principle of vacuum drip feed. This is the Flashlube electronic valve saver kit. Again, the bottle has a capacity of 400 milliliters of additive, which treats 400 liters of gas. It's installed to the inlet manifold of the engine after the butterfly valve. That's with every valve saver kit, the same ID. It's installed straight after the butterfly valve for maximum airflow and mixture of the additive into the inlet manifold of the engine. So the engine can decide itself where the fluid will be divided over the cylinders. Basically, the main difference is this system has a pump, so it actually pumps the fluid into the inlet manifold again, and it gets the signal from the ECU. So basically it's again a plug and play system, quite simple but a very accurate dosage. ECU will be reading the signal from the LPG injector and the switching side of the LPG injector. It's very, very important that you take the signal from this side. Basically, how to find that signal? With the usage of a multimeter, you can see which injector wiring has a fluctuating voltage. The one with the fluctuating voltage is the one you're going to take. So it reads that signal and it calculates into pulses for the pump. So the pump actually opens and pumps the fluid through the system into the engine. So this one is critical. The red one goes to the solenoid valve of the LPG system itself. So the electronic valve saver kit only works when running on LPG or CNG and not when running on petrol. Earth goes to basically every earth source is enough, it's just earth. And then we have two wires that go to the inside. Again, when showing you the second generation of the traditional valve saver kit, it works with an LED light. So these two wires are connected and you drill a hole into the suitable source on the dashboard. The Flashlube sticker goes on top of it, and again, when the bottle is almost empty, this light will show up and the driver knows he needs to refill the kit with oil. How to set the treat rate? Basically, this ECU works on output of the engine. It starts with 0 till 9. Every step of the way is an output of the engine of 50 horsepower. So when we have like a small car, a Citroën C1 with 69 horsepower, that means the setting goes on 2. For 150 horsepower 3, up to 200 horsepower on 4, etc. Every step of the way is 10% more fluid. Why is this the case? That's the case because cars with a higher output consume more gas and therefore need to have more additive. That's the principle of this system. Whenever there's an issue regarding warranty, very important, warranty up on the system for the ECU pump or whatsoever is up to 3 years. A question that we get asked a lot is Flashlube valve saver fluid actually tested? Is it proven? Does it work? Or is it just like a myth? In this case, it's not a myth. It has been tested and it's proven that it works. This has been done by an independent body which is called TUV. We have tested the Flashlube valve saver fluid together with the Flashlube electronic valve saver kit on a Citroën C1, which has a Toyota engine. as many of you will understand and know, is that Japanese engines suffer from valve seat recession. So the test that has been conducted is actually on a road, so during a road test, when you get actual driving circumstances such as high speed, full throttle on autobahns, so basically real life on the road. The first 10,000 kilometers of the test, actually I have to say 6,000 kilometers of the test, were without any additive at all, but just driving on an LPG. The test clearly shows that without using Flashlube valve saver fluid, the engine suffers from valve seat recession, mainly on exhaust valves but also on inlet valves. The biggest suffering is on exhaust valves due to the burning temperature and lack of an additive in LPG or in CNG. During this test we have used the electronic kit for the first part on setting number 1. As I have explained, the proper installation would be for this engine setting number 2, since it has an output of 69 horsepower. When driving on setting number 1, the test clearly shows that the valve seat recession is not completely stopped, but the effect of valve seat recession comes to almost zero. When driving the second part of the test on setting number 2, which is the correct setting for this engine, the graph clearly shows that the valve seat recession on exhaust and inlet valves are next to nothing. And this has been done by monitoring the valve seat clearance of each and every valve, both exhaust and inlet valve, during the whole test. So the conclusion of this independent study showed that Flashlube valve saver fluid does work and it does stop valve seat recession.